Hello, hello, it's Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts, and I want to work on the Grungy journal today, but I had to show you my Grungy papers. This is the stack of dyeing that I did over the weekend. It looks fat. I've got my Grungy papers here, and I've got my coffee dyed here. And then I have some Easter egg dye over here. So let's have a peek at the crunchy grungy. And the reason I say it's crunchy grungy is because I grunged it all up and then I sprayed it. Now I probably should have coffee dyed this first, and it's easy enough to coffee dye. Really, all I would need to do is quickly dip it or spray it and put it back in the sun for the day, and I think it would be fine. Some of this is crunched Easter egg dye and RIT dye. This is a pink petal pink RIT, but for a grungy journal we could actually make a nice hole in there and put a picture or something. So we have that. Some of it just tore to high heaven. Some of it is just pretty blue, and some of it is this yummy batch of lots of different colors, like that one and this one and this one. That's just more of a blue. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There's some more blue and pink. Like this. Look at this. Isn't that cool? I've got some, I have brown ink in this and chocolate. Or sprays, ink sprays. So it turned out good. You know, I do wish it had dyed a little more, but I think for a crunchy or for a grungy journal, this is perfect. And here's another one, but it's got a rip in it. But I think we can fix the rips by, you know, by doing something here and here. And then we still have some beautiful grunginess here that is just so pretty. You just can't beat it looking, you know, good like that. It's just really, really yum. Yum, yum, yum. And same here, look at this. And that's what makes it so yummy, is there's these spectacular places in it that just turn to art when you are dyeing papers, and you just can't beat it, you know. It's just amazing. Now here's one with the sun on it and the moon, and I think that's a very pretty one. Very light, but it's a nice grungy one that could be used. But I'm going to put it with my coffee dyed. Look at this one. Isn't that delicious? I love it. Look at that. You really get some spectacular images and stuff of the inks when you are dyeing papers. It's just really, really wonderful. I just love it. So there's that one. Here's another pink. There's a blue and a pink and a pink and a blue. That's a good kind of more of a solid one, but now I used 32-pound paper and it probably, you know, it still tore. This is a nice, this would be pretty in a pink, for a pink journal. And I love this for some blue. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Isn't that spectacular? Looks like a little mushroom growing right there. So, these are for my Grungy journal. That was what I was dyeing them for. Oh dear, look at this. So this one we could really use mostly for, because of where the tear is and stuff. It looks to me like it will become a half sheet, and I'll put it in as a half sheet. And that can happen, you know, with a lot of them, and that would be okay. Let's see, what else do we have over here? That's a yellow one. Lots of them might become half sheets just because they tore when I was undoing the crunch. That one's pink. Not really looking for pink in this journal. I'm getting some pink out of these papers. Little coffee granules and stuff rolling around. So over here, oh, let's see what we have. Okay, we got a lot of ones that really tore in that batch, but look at here. Isn't that nice? Oh, I love it. Now, I do put in my my dye batch, my coffee dye, I do put a tablespoon or two of baking soda. So sometimes it will give you a little white residue. So you just got to wipe that off. It'll be out of your way if you just wipe it off. The reason I do that is to take the acidity down of the coffee. So it doesn't guarantee that it won't hurt pictures if you put pictures in here, but it will help. So that is why I do it. Also, it helps make it so you can write on the paper, because sometimes you can't write on them very well with the heavy inks and dyes in them. At least that's what I've found. Put that over there. Now this one's more of a yellow. And, you know, we could use it. It's got the model looking colors in it. And I just don't know. I'm thinking more like maybe that could go to Easter. That's what I think. More of an Easter color. Let's put it over there. And here's this one. Oh, it's a really, well, that's a cut in half one. Okay, so now we get down to, these are my coffee dyes, and they're really, you know, really pretty simple. Just really lightly dyed. Because I did such large batches, I put them in stacks and dyed them and let it kind of soak through. And some of them I put stencils on, some I did not. There's one, a nice stencil on that one. And then I figured out, because my papers kept blowing away, this one came apart. My papers kept blowing away from me, so I finally figured out that I remembered I had an old dog kennel out in the garage, and it was one that folds all the way out, and we had it when our dog was a little bit younger and had to have surgery. And so I got my husband to help me bring that out, and we when it lays out into big long kennel pieces, you know, and it forms a fence is what it does. But I used that to put down over the top of all my papers, and some of them could not even be some of the kennel could not even be opened up all the way, so we had to have it in like 2 layers. Well, that was great because then I could put the stacks between the layers, and that was still getting air under it and over it, so it's kind of like oven racks almost, you know. It kind of worked like an oven rack, and because that's what I was going to go look for at the antique store, was some oven racks, and then I remembered we had the kennel, and yeah, very cool. Look at this spider webby one. Yeah, so these are not the greatest grungy ones, but we can always spray them if we need to. Why not? Why not? Might have to spray some of them. There's another spider web. Let me put that with the other one. Let's see. Now, did I have another number down here? That's bricks. There's another spider web. This one looks pretty good. That looks like a good grungy. I can always spray these and stuff like that. And I used to take a lot more time in doing this, but anymore I don't. I just want to get done. That's a good one. I know there was another number one somewhere, but I don't know where I put it. Cannot find it. Ah, there it is. Right there. Both of those are numbers. So, like I told my husband, I have my dyed papers for the year. These plus what I bought from Emily and from Nomad Moon. I have more than enough to keep me busy. And these here are the pink and blue and yellow green. Look at that pink. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful. This is the where you can see how the kennel covered the paper. You can see that. Yeah, that's from the kennel. But what a great idea. I told my husband, sorry, we can't send that to the garage sale at all. It stays here with me. So now I've got it with my coffee dyeing table and stuff, and yeah, it should work out great. Here's a good crunchy one. And here. Oh, that's a nice one. There. Some of those might be from yesterday. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Yeah, I'm getting some signature stuff together. So let's just finish folding these into signatures, and then I'll let you go for the day while I figure out my next step. And that's what we're going to be doing here today, in here. Haven't figured that out yet. Oh, I did figure something out with this though. So there's that. And I do want to cut these down with the decal edge. I think that will be faster than tearing if I use the decal. What's this we have here? Let's find out if it can get washied. Yeah, we'll put something along there. Love these with the numbers on them. They came out very neat. Look at this one, how different it is. You know, it's... Some of these are the stencils from PM Artist Studio. And those turned out really cool. But a lot of times with the stencils, you know, when I'd go to move papers and stuff, I'd just pull the stencil and put it on the top of the next one that came up. So some of these got different stencils just over and over and over again. And that worked out good. Okay, so we have those. And then I want to turn these into half sheets. So where is my deco edge trimmer? Let's see now. Maybe it's under the desk. Oh yes. There it is. So let's see. 4.5. 8, 4, 4.5 and 4.5. 5 and 5 is 10. It's 8.5 by 11. So 5.5. There we go. And then this will get folded like so. And I will trim it again. So we have this cute little piece that's going to go in there. Very simply done, isn't it? So we have our grand dog with us right now, and she is, I think I'll just tear that like that. I think that might be better for it. She has something going on with her right front leg, so she's quite uncomfortable, poor baby. But she loves all the attention, my. And of course, Libby gets lots of extra attention too, because Ivy's getting lots of attention. Look at that. Didn't even want to trim that. Okay. Let's do this one. 6. 5.5 right there. So, I don't know. What do you think? That's okay. That'll work. So, it's just a little writing space anyway. And if you don't like it here in just a second, we will just trim it off. This does not like trimming, this heavy paper, as fast as I'm slamming it down on it. What do you think? Is that okay? See what it looks like when it opens up. That's okay. Just gives it some interest. We could actually put some lace right there at the bottom. So when it opens, it's got a little lace right there. Yeah, I think it'll work fine. Fine and dandy. Just like candy. Okay, and now we're going to go with this one. Trying to cut a little slower with it. There. Oh, sweet. Yeah, so like I said, I want to trim all of these with the decal edge, and the way I'll be doing that is, just to let you know, this will be inside of here because this one has the thick edges here and here because of the thick things that are in here. But I will be trimming these. I should have trimmed these first. But these, as they start sticking out, they will get trimmed down with this decal edge. So this will be my next piece that goes in here. So let's go ahead and trim its edge. What's the matter with you there? You got some glue on your... Got some glue on your area that's making you all weird. There, I just barely nipped that one. Let's barely nip it here too. There we go. Just gives it a little edge. Okay, so this will go inside of this one. That'll be my next sheet that I work on for this. And I'm working on making my sheets as we go. I've never done a whole journal that way. I would like to try it and just see how it goes because, well, you know, you get so much stuff here. And, yeah, after a while, you like to try something different. So that's what I'm going to do. Not all of these, like this page here is a writing page, so it will probably just be for writing. And this page I cannot trim because I already put my stuff on it. I could trim top and bottom, you know, to get that decal edge on it, but really it's about where it's at. So, but now I know what I'm doing better because I have my papers. And, yeah. So, we do have a lot to do. It looks to me like I'm thinking one or just two signatures in this. I'm not doing a giant grunge. I would like to do some interactive pages on it. And I'd like to add some antique lace to it. Or some embroidery or something like that. You know, like we added this antique doily here. And this antique piece of curtain. So, yeah, I want to do some things like that. I don't like this cigarette thing that I put in there. The cigar thing. But it's there, so I don't know. We might have to cover it. Might put a little flower or something in there. You know, and this could actually use a little flower here. So we may do that. The lovely lady might need a flower right up here. Something. Anyway, we'll figure all that out. Oh, this piece I was going to show you. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to glue that one down here. Now, this one might be from Tammy. I don't know if it's one I did or Tammy did. But if you did it, Tammy, thank you. I just can't remember. I want to glue that on here. I just think that is perfect here. It's so pretty. Yeah, so that's going to get glued on there. Okay, well, that's all I have for today. I hope that you'll join me as I grunge along in this journal, and thank you for letting me show you my coffee dye and my Easter egg dye and how I'm planning on putting this together. And yeah, so I will see you all in the very next video. Bye.